Alright guys, this is one of the prototypes I've made. Just an idea, like how I made it digitally. In Photoshop, when you zoom out, it'll be small in the computer like this, and that pattern too, it can be repeated, and moved multiple times, um, just for tileability. But how I got to that point was in Maya. I made it right here. This is what it looks like from the side view. You can see when I hit render, it renders out like this, and I put a white background on it so I could separate it easier in Photoshop. Okay, sorry for my pausing here. As soon as I turn on this 3D stuff, I get totally sucked into it. But basically, how I made this, like this is just a text zero, that you can make very easily. Let me turn off the texture, and then these right here are they're cubes that I made. Well, actually, it was like one cube, and I could show you. We could hit polygons. I could go to cube, and we could move this around. And what's cool about these primitive shapes is that they're totally manipulatable. I could go and I could increase all these, instantaneously, and manipulate them. So when I made the tubes, this is the symbol for the crossed over open confirmed. I believe so. Let's see, it says in Photoshop. Crossed above open confirmed. There we go. Still trying to learn these symbols a little bit, but how I made it was I just grabbed a face, I grabbed a face like this, zoomed out a little bit so we could kind of see what's going on, then I just extruded it. And I made the length like this, and then I angled it a little bit, extrude it again for a separate extrusion, go to my side view, move it up like this, rotate it, extrude again, and so on, right there. And then the way I smoothed it out was, it's going to look kind of, because if I hit a smooth, like it'd be very curvy like that. But if I go to, here, I'm in the wrong menu. Let me go back to my polygon menu. If you go to edit mesh, I could insert edge loops, and I have it set to relative distance, so I'm able to go and add more like this, so then when I go back to object mode and click on that, when I smooth it, it stays more straight, and that's a good way to hold edges when you're trying to do stuff, especially for something like this, for like a symbol or something. And then what these are right here, these are just my lights, and I could totally grab a light, and then I could pop open my channel box right here, and I could change the color of the light, the intensity of it. I could adjust my shadows, I could even, because like right now I have it set to mental ray, so it's going to render a little bit differently, but I could just use the basic math shadows, but the mental ray looks a lot better. Even stuff for like fur or whatever, object display, I could take off the LOD if I want or keep that on, and stuff like that, which is really, really cool for this. And these are directional lights, because you can see right here, you could go to create lights and you have all these lights. You have the an ambient directional point spot. I mean, anything to simulate a world with, you know. So in my render settings, once I got my scene set up, you know, like with the lights and how I wanted it, you know, because my main objective here is to just get the shadows that I want. And I have it set to side for my renderable cameras. So now when I render this out, I get the shadows, the crisp shadows and the rim light that I want, you know. Like for a scene, it could be for an environment, or, you know, for stuff like this. So with that, you know, then I take it into a Photoshop, and I just open it up, and it's going to come in with the like pixel aspect ratio, kind of weird, but I just go here and just turn that back to square, and then it'll open up like this. And then I just have to get rid of that background. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit my little magic wand tool, I'm going to click on it, it's going to select everything that's that white color, and then I hit backspace, it's going to delete it, and I hit it in here to get for that circle. And then once that's done, I can just go back here, I deselect everything, kind of make this smaller, and then I just take this layer and drag it on here. And then, no, I don't want to save it out because I like to reuse the templates and stuff like that. So what I do now to get this inside of here basically is, you know, just a quick scale like this, and then you can move it into place and match it up however you think would look good, you know, according to the design, you know. And then once that's all done, it's going to ask you if you want to make it. You hit yes, and boom, there we have it. And then over here too in Photoshop, I have everything set on separate layers, you know, like I have my paint layer for the color, you know, and then which is nice too, because then I get to select it all at once. Say if I wanted to change it to a more dark, hit my brush, and then I could just stroke away. But first I should get on the right thing, there we go. Then I could change the color like that. And you know, like I said, like this is just an idea, like nothing has to be implemented or anything. I just wanted to show another way to make stuff, and to make like symbols and stuff like that. And that's really about it. Maybe a cube, I could do a cube. Now if I smooth a cube right here, now it's like it's almost like a ball, you know. And from here I could go and make all kinds of stuff out of this, you know. And then it's all four-sided polygons, so when you go to smooth it further or to like manipulate it, it'll look like very smooth in the render, you know. And then this is how I make other stuff like faces and stuff. But yeah, that's really about it. Just wanted to make a quick video. I'm getting pretty used to this like Camtasia, and just wanted to show you guys my thought process.